My name is Argolda Mary from the Department of English from Section A. My topic is Assessment Approaches and Techniques. Under this topic, I am going to deal with the three topics: concept map, categorizing grid, and word journal. First we see about introduction. Classroom assessment techniques, that is called CATS, are simple methods faculty can early and often on how well what their classroom assessment used to collect feedback students are learning being taught. First we see about concept map. Concept map is a visual representation of knowledge. The process enables one to organize and structure information and the relationship between them. This may be done in a wholly graphical manner, that is using images, photos, colors, etc. to highlight the different concepts and their linkages, or by identifying key the concepts by name or title and enclosing them in a visual box, then providing connecting navigation to lesson concepts. This is example of concept map. There is a one concept, then there is a sub-concept, and from the sub-concept there will be an idea and another concepts related to them. What is the purpose of concept map? This technique provides an observable and accurate record of the student conceptual scheme of the patterns of association they make in relation to given focal concepts. Concept maps allows the teacher to discover the web of relationship that learners link to a task at hand, the student's starting points. Related learning outcomes. It develops appropriate study skills, strategies and habits, and it also develops the openness to new ideas and learn new concepts and theories in the subject, and develop capacity to think for oneself. And the concept map is also develop ability to synthesize and integrate information and ideas. It also develop ability to draw reasonable inferences from observations. These are the steps for concept map. Then what are the pros of concept map? This approach is a very low-tech way to get a graphic view of students' conception association. Because it called for a graphic response, this technique favors students with strong visual learning skills. Then concept map can serve students as pre-writing and note-taking devices in addition to being powerful self-assessment technique. What are the cons of the concept map are: comparison among students' responses can be difficult to make unless the teacher restricts responses to choices from a closed list of terms. Students with well-honed verbal skills but less developed graphic skills may find this assessment frustrating and question its value. Then we move on to categorizing grid. The categorizing grid is that paper and pencil equivalent of sorting objects in a warehouse and putting like ones together in the right bins. Students are presented with a grid containing 2 or 3 important categories. Subordinate concepts they have been studying along with a scrambled list of subordinate terms, images, equations or other terms that being in one or another of those categories. The purpose of categorizing grid is the categorizing grid prompt students to make explicit implicit rules they are using to categorize information to their memories. Related learning outcomes are it develops analytic skills, it improve memory skills, develop ability to draw reasonable inferences from observation, and develop appropriate study skills, strategies and habits, and it makes learn concepts and theories in the subject. Step-by-step procedure. Select 2 or 3 related categories that are particularly useful for organizing the information present in class. Then make a grid by drawing a large rectangle and dividing into as many rectangles of equal size. Then items that our students are to categories can be listed in scrambled order. This is the example of categorizing grid. What are the pros of categorizing grid? The categorizing grid is a quick, simple procedure that assesses students' basic analytic and organizing skills. Then the con is unless there are challenging items or categorizing in the grid, or the instructor helps students see the logic behind the categorizing scheme, this technique may simple assess rote memory. Next we move on to word journal. Word journal prompt 2-part responses. First one is student summarizes a short text in a single word. Second, the students write a paragraph or 2 explaining why he or she chose a particular word to summarize the text. This complete response to the word journal is an abstract or a symbol of the focus text. Purpose of Word Journal. The purpose of Word Journal can help teachers assess and improve several related skills. First, it focuses on students' ability to read carefully and deeply. Second, it assesses skill and creativity at summarizing what has been read. And third, it assesses students' skill at explaining and defending. These skills are useful in almost any field, particularly the professions. Related learning outcomes are develop appropriate study skills, strategies and habits. We prepare for transfer of graduate study. We develop ability to perform skillfully, develop capacity to think for oneself, and we develop ability to synthesis and integrate information and ideas. These are all the step-by-step procedure. Then the pros of the Word Journal is the Word Journal requires students to read deeply and construct meaning from what they have read. It promotes active learning through reading. What are the another pros is the act of choosing a single word to sum up the reading, explaining the advocating for that words encourages students to make personal connections. The cons are the Word Journal requires students to read deeply and to construct meaning from what they have read. Unless the students have opportunity to discuss and compare their responses, they will benefit relatively little from the assessment. Conclusion. In conclusion, classroom assessment techniques has crucial role in enhancing students' learning and informing instruction practices. Thank you.